Hey guys, so I'm gonna do today's read. I'm gonna do a fun one. Oh, if you checked my last video for any kind of current events, Bill Barr is talking about possibly quitting. I told you guys, Eight of Cups, the walking away card. So it looks like it's gonna come down to either Trump firing him, which I don't think he'll do it in time. I feel that Barr will know. Like, I feel like Trump is thinking about firing him. I do feel that because he's not happy. I mean, you know, when when you do something Trump doesn't like, he just fires people. That's his thing. And then when he said that there was no election fraud, you know, Department of Justice didn't find anything, Trump was not happy about this. And it's apparently it's getting around. Lots of people are confirming he was irate, actually. But you know, Barr is most likely going to want to resign before anything. You know, I don't think he would give Trump the pleasure of firing him. And so that Eight of Cups is looking pretty strong there, that inevitably he is just going to walk away. So I suspect a resignation. And I did put the video in community if you guys missed it. But this is the one I'm going to do. Okay, so I was reading a CNN article that there's been a little talk. Trump is supposed to go to Mar-a-Lago, spend the holidays with family and so forth there. He's supposed to stay over there like Christmas and New Year's, but there's speculation he might not return to the White House. Okay, so that is a very interesting thing, and that's something I want to kind of read on and see if it's possible to even see it in the cards. Is like, is he going to go to Mar-a-Lago and just not come back? You know, is he starting to see the writing on the wall? All these states are certifying it, and I believe they said that Biden certified enough electoral votes that he's won. So there's really nothing much more that can be done. Everything's being thrown out. Anytime Giuliani tries to go for a court, they can't even go in front of a court anymore. They have these little mock hearing type things. Everything is just a joke. Everything is going wrong, and Spirit's making a fool of people. See, that's what people need to understand. You know, with the hair dye and the, who was that one witness, whatever her name is, she is ridiculous. The one with the blonde hair and the, you know, classes like that, you know, and everything. I signed a sworn affidavit that I could be arrested. Did you? You know, that lady. That was hysterical. That's the best they could come up with. That was the best they could come up with. But yes, I love the parodies. I love the parodies and stuff, you know. Look at all the dead people voting. You know. You know, 120%. Yeah, she's something else. But yeah, let's see what's going on. Is Trump going to go to Mar-a-Lago and not come back? Let's get to it. I wish I can't parody as good as Saturday Night Live, but they've had some good ones. And Stephen Colbert did a good one too. He had his writers, and you know, a few of them are women, and they all had their hair up in buns and these big glasses, and oh, it was hysterical. That witness, I can't even think of her name. She's so useless. Okay, so let's see. Let's focus, Spirit. And is Trump going to return from Mar-a-Lago after the holidays? Or is he going to stay there? You know what? Let me push this back a little bit. Hold on, guys. I'm going to so you see a little bit more. Okay, there we go. Yes, I wonder. And good old thought for this one, of course. This is the one I read Barr with. It's real good with the politics. And also my social deck has been real good too. Everyday Enchantment Tarot. That's another favorite. But this is the one I'm going to do for this one. maybe he'll just disappear. Maybe he'll jump in a volcano. I don't know. I don't know what he's going to do. We're going to find out. Let's see what the cards say. I'm very, very curious. And we'll see if I get this prediction right, too. Okay. So, poor Trump. The very first card is failure. Okay, we know, it is a pentacle card, so it can't have to do with finances. But I really, as it's the very first card, I feel it's more all of his efforts to be able to overturn the election have been a failure. And I will go ahead and add, as it is a pentacle card, that it actually has cost him a lot of that money that he raised, in various ways, sending, even sending Giuliani to all these courthouses, and even these mock hearings cost money. Everything, he's putting, all this money that he's raised into this stuff. And it's just been a big fat failure. He has not been able to overturn the election. Nothing has worked. It has been an absolute failure. So that makes perfect sense. So he's got to see the writing on the wall here. That this is just, everything has failed at this point. Let me just put this. I'm just trying to adjust. And then I've got the Temperance card. Everything is about divine timing and so forth, and balance and patience. So I feel like as I look at that, everything is just kind of balancing out, which is the opposing force to failure, okay? So no matter what, everything is balancing out in Biden's favor, notice, which he does not like. And he knows he can't upset the balance much anymore, the way everything is going. Yes, he still has that lust of power, so let's see how the rest of the cards go. So he does still, at least at this moment, have a desire, but I feel like he knows he's just running out of options here. He's running out of options. There's not a lot he can do. So I feel like one of the things, he's definitely thinking about pardons, okay? He's definitely, looking into that, pardoning himself, the family, whatever he can do. I don't even know if it's possible to pardon yourself, but that is definitely something he is kind of trying to figure out some things. He's greasing the wheels of that one. And then as we were talking about failure, then we've got the wealth card. So anticipate him, even if he is secretly, privately giving up, he's still going to ask for money. Oh, he's a grifter. He's not going to stop. So as far as that, he may still go to Mar-a-Lago and not come back, but it doesn't mean he'll stop asking for money. This is his scam, is the election fraud. He sees it as a money-making venture to be able to, fleece his supporters for as much as they've got. He's going to continue to try to come up with money. And so I feel like he hasn't made up his mind. I look at the moon, but we'll kind of see what he's going to choose. But at the moment, he's still a little bit indecisive, is a little bit what I feel with the moon. But he's definitely depressed. That could also be a little bit of a depression mixed in there and so forth. Now, I look at the Seven of Wands. This is really his team of lawyers. I feel like there might be still a few more mock hearings and so forth. A few little last-ditch efforts that obviously the failure, okay, is the very first card. So it's not going to go anywhere. So you might still see a few little things popping up that they're trying to go to court and do something with and stuff. So it's a possibility. I look at the Lovers card, so that kind of makes me feel him and Melania. So we know they're going to go get away, maybe with the kids probably, I'm sure. And they're going to go to Mar-a-Lago. So we know they probably just want to get away from all the craziness. So that makes sense. So we could definitely see that she will be going with him. But will she stay with him? Check my other video on Melania. Then that'll answer your question. And yes, we've got the Chariot. So he's going to grab the reins and he's going to go to Mar-a-Lago. We know that. But is he going to come back? That's what we want to look at. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles has been my Melania card. So she's definitely going. I feel, now I've got a lot of influence because I've got the Lovers as well as the Queen of Pentacles. Because, she obviously is there for the money. That's why I get the Queen of Pentacles for Melania. I have a feeling that they are in some serious discussions here where she is actually one of the ones who does not want to come back. I feel she's had some serious discussions with him, because obviously they have a son Remember, one of the things Melania is doing is looking for schools for Barron elsewhere. Okay, so she's already planning a path for her son. So she feels, that should be a good cue right there that they're not going to be in the White House, and they really know it. But I have a feeling she may be an instrumental force in getting him to stay in Mar-a-Lago. I feel she's sped up with it. I'm sure she didn't want to put up the Christmas decorations. I will say she did a good job. A lot better than those red trees. But I have a feeling she may be instrumental in part of the reason that he doesn't return. And yes, as I was just talking about that, remember I talked about Baron, the Prince of Cups and stuff. And this is where her heart is. So I feel like she is like, you know what? There's so much craziness my son has been subjected to and all this nonsense. I just want to get him out of this. So I actually feel Melania may be a serious influence for this. I'm going to pull some more. Yeah, and I just drew the Hermit in the environment. So I do feel Trump kind of wants to go in hiding in Mar-a-Lago. He has been little by little staying out of the spotlight. Once in a while he does a Fox News thing or he goes on Twitter. But how he was. He was on TV constantly. But he's really, just been, he definitely doesn't want to face questions from anybody unless it's Fox. So that's a big thing. Oh, okay. My outcome card is the Tower. Is the Tower. Okay. And even this card says Trump's on it. This is been, and I've given you guys, I've told you, this can for me represent Trump Tower. Very symbolic to his own, his businesses and his thing and his power, especially. Just like a tower is a symbol of power. That really is what it is, especially in New York City. So I kind of look at that. Trump Tower, obviously, I feel like he wants to stay away from New York. So that could be another reason with the tower crumbling that's not going to be his go-to place. But I feel like a pretty significant event is going to happen that he's just going to stay away. And I look at this and I've got the sun next to the tower. Think of Florida with the sun, okay? And all that stuff. So I have a feeling that it's very possible. I feel like some kind of moment that is just, seemingly devastating for him is really going to push him to just stay out of the White House. It's very possible he just stays there for a while. And then I do have the COVID card. So hopefully, please, guys, be safe. It's going to pick up, with December and so forth. It's definitely going to pick up. I do see him going. Okay, but I feel something with Melania. I feel like Melania has been talking to him, and maybe he listens to her a little bit more than he lets on. But I actually feel that she is another one that does not want to return to the White House. I have, when I did the reading for Melania and Trump, I definitely felt that this was not the life that she wanted. This was not the life that she wanted. She's a party girl. That's what you guys need to understand. She likes to go to these parties, maybe cocktail parties, or, be on a yacht somewhere and having a good time and drinking and stuff like that. Think about it, she's not that old. She's in her 40s. She's still relatively young. This is who she was. She didn't bargain for this first lady stuff. But by then she's already somewhat invested in Trump, has a kid and everything. And then, yes, this was in the Bill Barr one. This was the outcome. But below the lust for power is the hangman. He's still further stuck. There's going nowhere. So we start with failure, end with the tower. So yeah, he's not going to New York. I'm sure of that. But it definitely, I feel like some other blow, like he's just had one after the other. Remember the failure card. Just some kind of other blow is just going to, make him just say, whatever. I don't feel like he would ever quit per se. But you could see him already shrugging off his duties and so forth. So I feel like he's just going to kind of ride it out. But I look at that sun next to the tower, and I think of the sunniness of Florida, you know, I know in the winter it's probably a little chilly, but it's still pretty much a sunny place and so forth. I feel he's probably gonna just hang out there, is what he's gonna do. So I mean, they may actually pull him and be like, "Come on, man, let's, go to the White House, this, that," and he may do a visit here or there. But I do have a feeling once he goes over there for the holidays, he's gonna be there more, and then maybe like travel for a couple little things. But I have a feeling he's gonna start just kind of riding out there, and maybe just have his phones by his side like what you do when you go on a vacation. But yeah, I have a feeling he's gonna be hanging out there a lot even after the holidays. So but yeah, definitely not New York. They don't really like him in New York. What did they do? Paint Black Lives Matter right across his tower. He doesn't want to go there. I don't know what he's going to do with Trump Tower. But yeah, that's, he's probably going to just stay at Largo. But it will be interesting. But yeah, I got a lot of Melania. I got a lot of Melania influence in that one. Okay, so we'll see.